Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Coming up on today's news, we'll introduce you to Cleveland's new Chief Financial Officer. Then we'll go to the historic Dunham Tavern for the Urban Farmers Town Hall meeting. And then you'll see how area senior citizens are learning about safety during the holidays. But first, Cleveland's rich history in the fight for civil rights is gaining further recognition. The Cleveland Civil Rights Trail has added a new site that played a pivotal role in the movement. TV20's Cornell Calhoun takes us to Olivet Institutional Baptist Church, now officially honored for its contributions to justice and equality.
Olivet Institutional Baptist Church, located in Cleveland's Fairfax neighborhood, has been a cornerstone of the city's civil rights movement. Under the leadership of Reverend Ole Hoover, it became a hub for activism, hosting pivotal meetings and inspiring change.
This is the first church Coretta Scott King spoke in after Dr. King's assassination. She came to Olivet. We invited her. She came, and the church was able to give her comfort and support.
In the 1960s, Olivet welcomed none other than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The church provided a platform for his message of nonviolence and civil rights. Its leaders, including former pastor Otis Moss Jr., joined King on the historic Selma to Montgomery March, linking the congregation to the national struggle for equality.
The road to civil rights began in the South, but it spread across the country through much of the work of Dr. King and the SCLC and SNCC and the NAACP. There's no part of African American life and this country that have not been impacted by the civil rights movement, whether through the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, the Fair Housing Act of 1972. And so while the seed of the trail and the first bricks of the trail were planted in the South, the trail leads all around this country. And so it's fitting that Ohio and Cleveland also are being recognized for their contribution in that.
Now, the Cleveland Restoration Society has officially added Olivet to the Cleveland Civil Rights Trail, recognizing its role in the struggle for justice during the 1950s, 60s, and 70s.
Today marked an opportunity for us to not only look back on the foundation that was laid by so many members of this congregation, leaders of these congregations, many of whom are still with us today, but also it gives us hope considering the times in which we're living to look ahead to see how we can draw on the past to really forge a future that is still rooted in justice, freedom, and opportunity for all people.
The designation as a Civil Rights Trail site ensures that future generations will learn about Olivet's role in shaping not just Cleveland, but the nation. Reporting from Olivet Institutional Baptist Church, I'm Cornell Calhoun III for TV20. We are Cleveland.
Thanks, Cal. Olivet Institutional Baptist Church stands as a powerful reminder of the courage and determination that helped shape Cleveland's history. For more information on the Cleveland Civil Rights Trail and the stories behind these historic sites, visit clevelandcivilrightstrail.org. The City of Cleveland has a new Chief Financial Officer with the recent swearing in of Paul Barrett in the Red Room of City Hall.
I, Paul C. Barrett.
I, Paul C. Barrett.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the State of Ohio.
The Constitution of the State of Ohio.
The codified ordinances.
The codified ordinances.
And the Charter of the City of Cleveland.
And the Charter of the City of Cleveland.
And that I will faithfully.
And that I will faithfully.
Honestly.
And impartially.
Discharge the duties.
Of
Director of Finance.
To
the City of Cleveland. State of Ohio. During my continuance in said office. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I'm excited about what we're going to do over the next several years. Already got the chance to meet, a lot of you, and very impressed with the talent the city has, and honored to be here and a part of the team. So looking forward to meeting everybody and working with everybody. So
Congratulations.
You can now watch TV20 Cleveland's production of the 2024 Muni League Football Championship games on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. Right now, you can watch the 8U, 10U, 12U, and 14U games, as well as the 8U, 10U, and 12U Muni All-Star football games, with more yet to come, including the exciting swimming championships. That's on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page, and remember, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the action. We'll be right back with more TV20 news after this.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Join Cleveland Public Library for festive holiday fun at Merry Maker Fest on Saturday, November 30th, starting at 10 a.m. at Main Library in downtown Cleveland. Experience a fun-filled day with activities for everyone, with real reindeer, hot cocoa and treats, DIY gift making, games with CPL play, and much more. Don't forget to visit our new robot friends, the band, in Brett Hall, before heading over to Public Square for the annual tree lighting. Bring the whole family to Cleveland Public Library's Merry Maker Fest on Saturday, November 30th. This festive celebration is free and open to the public. Learn more at cpo.org/merrymakerfest.
Did you know that in the city of Cleveland, you can text 911 and the message goes directly to our communications center? Our dispatch staff will communicate with you via their keyboard, asking the same questions necessary to dispatch police, fire, or EMS emergency services. Keep this in mind if you are in the city and making an emergency phone call that might be a challenge.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. The 1st District of the Cleveland Division of Police held their annual Community Relations Awards ceremony, honoring police officers and civilians who went above and beyond in the name of safety. Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb congratulated the honorees and thanked them for all their hard work.
So I'm just so honored to be here as mayor to recognize the brave men and women of our police department who are working their tails off to solve violent crime, to write traffic tickets, and to keep our community safe and secure. Let's give every person in our police department a big round of applause this evening if we can for their amazing, amazing work. And to the residents getting awards this evening, as I've often said, public safety is a group project. The men and women of our police department can't do it alone. So let's give all the residents who are getting awards another big round of applause as well, too.
Throughout the night, officers were honored with the Special Commendation Award, the Commander's Letter, the Cleveland Police Foundation's Community Service Award, and the 1st District Community Relations Award.
To all the officers out there, I know a lot of times you go to work every day and you don't think that there's people out there who care and who appreciate the hard work you're doing. Today's a day just to set aside for yourselves and for your family, for everyone to recognize what you do day in and day out. And also know that there is a community out there that needs you and appreciates everything you're doing.
Congratulations to all the honorees. You can watch the 1st District Community Relations Awards ceremony right here on TV20 or anytime you wish on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. AG Futures Cleveland held a very informative town hall meeting for area urban farmers to discuss resources and initiatives that are important to the city's produce growers. Local urban farmers and growers from across the area came to the Dunham Tavern to hear from experts and city leaders and ask their own questions during the town hall event. Even the next generations of farmers attended as interested students from Lincoln West High School listened in to the discussion. The panelists during the town hall included Alyssa Hernandez, Cleveland's Director of Community Development. The city of Cleveland hasn't always been the best in assistance when it comes to the farmers, but Director Hernandez says that is about to change.
While I would love to be here and offer you here's all the new things that we're doing. We are really still in transition. And so what that means is, in spaces like this, it's really good for us to hear feedback from you on what you need to see. It is our goal to make the easy things easier. That has not always been the case, but we know that that is step number one in repairing relationship and helping you and empowering you to do the great work that you all do.
And as a reminder, you can watch the Urban Farmers Town Hall right here on TV20 or, of course, on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. The holidays are here, and with that comes food and eating. Lots of eating. Here's TV20 Health reporter Richard Stewart with a look at good nutrition during the holidays.
Thanks, Dan. Today we're joined by registered dietitian nutritionist Amanda Liptak. Amanda, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Your company is called Nutrient Rich Life. Tell us about that.
I own a private practice. It's a telehealth company, and we focus on holistic and functional solutions that's centered around weight loss, inflammation, and also gut health. One thing that makes us unique is that we really focus on mind and body. So we really focus on that bringing that mindset piece in, as well at Nutrient Rich Life.
So the holidays are upon us. What can you tell our viewers about your best tips for healthy eating during this time of year?
A couple things that can trip us up around the holidays is that we just have more demands. We have more events. They disrupt our regular routine. That impacts the time that we can do meal prep, and can even impact the flow of our day, where we find ourselves skipping more meals and not really staying on a pace with the intake that we're supposed to be getting from our nutrition.
So how can people enjoy their holiday dining without feeling guilty about overindulging?
One of the tips that I'd love to share with my clients is create a non-negotiable. So you should really focus on what is most important to you with the holiday season. Is that making sure that you get a workout in several times a week? Is that making sure that you get your food prep done, so you have food prepared that you can feel more in control in during the week? What is your non-negotiable that's important to you, so that when everything else feels out of control around you and you're not in control of your schedule during the holidays, those things are constants in your life.
Speaking of control, portion size is always a big one. What would you say about controlling portion size around the holidays?
One thing you can do to control portion size at the holidays is make sure that you are not skipping meals. Because a lot of times we want to save those calories for later. We can save a lot of things in life, but we can't not save calories. So we really want to focus on keeping good pace throughout the day with our meals. If we eat 3 squares a day, we're eating that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you eat snacks, make sure that you are incorporating them, even on days where you're going to a dinner event or a holiday outing, that you make sure that you're eating. Because if you skip meals, you're going to be more likely to overeat when you are faced with all those goodies. You're going to be really in a blood sugar crash and unable to really make informed nutrition choices, and you're not going to feel good about the choices that you're making. So,
are there any nutrient-dense foods that you would recommend incorporating into your diet during the holiday season?
Yeah, over the holidays, we're really consuming a lot of inflammatory foods. We may be consuming more fried foods, higher fat, higher sugar, higher carbohydrate meals, and that can affect us in multiple ways. It can make us feel more bloated, more fatigued. So focusing on anti-inflammatory foods are going to be really, really important over the holidays. Making sure you're getting those fruits and vegetables in, but also making sure that you are incorporating things like, olive oils, fresh, blueberries, walnuts, even things like avocado, which are high in fiber, have some anti-inflammatory properties, can add a satisfaction factor to your meal, help control your fullness, and also just be more anti-inflammatory.
Is that your best advice for creating a balanced holiday plate? Have nutrient-rich foods coupled with ones that are a little easy on your system?
For sure. I think if I were creating the perfect plate, one of the things that I would focus on is getting protein on the plate first. Because there's so many high carb choices, we tend to forget about the protein. So plate your protein first. add higher fiber carbohydrates and make sure you're getting those vegetables in as well. And that will leave room for something that you want to enjoy, like a sweet treat or a fun alcoholic drink.
What about those with dietary restrictions? What would you say to them to maintain their health but still enjoy the meal around holiday time?
So many of my clients have dietary restrictions, gluten-free, dairy-free, there are many specifications. Even in our own home, we have allergies as well. So paying attention to planning ahead is going to be something that's really important for anybody with dietary restrictions. If you can look at the menu ahead of time, if you're going out to a restaurant, or if someone is hosting an event and you don't have control over making all of the meals, just consulting with the person that's hosting, asking what's in that food is going to really help you plan ahead for those special needs.
Amanda, that all sounds like great advice. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
She is Amanda Liptak, CEO of Nutrient Rich Life. I'm Richard Stewart, health reporter. Back to you, Dan.
Join TV20's Cornell Calhoun as he talks with Clevelanders about topics and issues that are important to you on his show, Conversations with Cal. You can watch Conversations with Cal here on TV20 or on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. We'll be back with more TV20 news right after these messages.
Looking for something truly unique in Cleveland? Step into Brett Hall at Cleveland Public Library and get ready to join the band. This interactive art installation by world-renowned art duo Friends With You, in collaboration with Land Studio, is unlike anything you've seen before. Open now through spring 2025, the band invites visitors of all ages to interact with 5 large-scale fuzzy characters, each ready to dance, connect, and spark joy in an entirely new way. These lovable robots are ready to charm you and demonstrate how technology and art can foster connection. The band is free and open to the public at Cleveland Public Library's main library at 325 Superior Avenue, Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., now through spring 2025. Learn more at cpl.org/theband.
The Cleveland Division of Police is announcing a new feature in reporting non-emergency crimes. When you call the non-emergency number 216-621-1234, a dispatcher will then send you a link via text to your cell phone. Other options are to call 833-461-0144 or use the QR code and report your non-emergency crime. We encourage everyone to add both the Cleveland Division of Police non-emergency phone number and the direct number in their cell phones.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
And welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. The Hispanic Seniors of Cleveland convened at St. Michael's Hall for a safety presentation in preparation for the holiday season. TV20's Alex McTurner reported on the event.
Hosted by the Cleveland Division of Police and the City of Cleveland's Department of Aging, Sergeant Freddie Diaz and Officer Wesley Reyes offered valuable information tailored for the Hispanic senior community. By providing guidance in their native language ahead of the holiday season, the organizers sought to ensure understanding and accessibility.
So some of the things that we talked about is just senior safety in general. When you're out there shopping, when you're going to the stores, keep in mind, your belongings, your purses, where those are at. We talked about, returning home at night when it's starting to get dark a little early. So just be mindful of your surroundings. We discussed, how to report crimes to the police. Some of the challenges that the Hispanic seniors have is the language barrier. So a lot of them did not know that the City of Cleveland Division of Police has a language bank that they can use for translation.
While providing information was the focus, events like these also help strengthen relations between the Cleveland Division of Police and non-English speaking residents. They reassure the community that, despite language barriers, their thoughts and concerns are valued.
So I think the language is always a challenge, and we're grateful for the Department of Aging, who's done been very intentional in getting the message out in the native language. So we're also grateful for an increase in officer presence that speak Spanish. So I think our relationships are going well. We're building these relationships one meeting at a time, right? Just having a conversation in a controlled setting allows us this opportunity to spread the message, educate, and build relationships that are sustainable.
For TV20, this is Alex Picterna.
Thanks, Alex. We are constantly uploading new content on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. You can also connect with TV20 Cleveland on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.